Okay, so the class is being recorded. And okay. So this is EL117, the writing course, and this is me, Dr. Sameh Abdul Khalil. So what is it that we're having on the agenda tonight? We're having, proofreading and editing, and they are all going to be inspired by the essays or the assignments that you have submitted. Thank you so much for them. We'll go through them so that you can learn. I mean, as much as we can, we're going to try to cover as many assignments as we possibly can. Whatever, general guidelines we're giving here, and whatever general, ideas we're giving here can be easily applied to the different essays. Okay, so this is the first one. Let me just check that you guys can see the piece of writing that I am sharing. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So so you are on your way now. You know what I mean when I say high level analysis, and you know what I mean when I say that we focus on the mechanics, right? We normally start, of course, with the high-level analysis because we don't analyze yet, but we get perhaps impressions about the piece from afar, right? And we see whether we can apply the label essay to it, or we can say something else about it. And once we establish the fact that it is an essay, for example, we need to also establish what kind of essay it is and why it is what it is, or what you say it is. And then after we're done with that, we go back to the mechanical aspects or the mechanical parts. We look at spelling errors, perhaps, grammar errors, punctuation errors, and then once we're done with that, we go back and read the whole thing and perhaps with different eyes in order to make an assessment as whether the essay, if it is an essay, is a good one or it falls short of the perhaps our expectations as what a good essay is. Okay, so I would like you to look at this piece of writing. I'm not going to give it a name yet, and tell me what your initial impressions are. Okay, initial impressions. What do you think? Is it what piece of writing are we in for? Do we have a paragraph? Do we have an essay, and why? Okay.
Can I, Doctor?
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Sharif. It looks like.
Okay, good.
An essay.
Okay.
There is more than one paragraph, and there is a title and introduction and conclusion.
Okay, so I said titles shouldn't be part of the criteria. I don't judge whether an essay is good or bad based on the title. The title is, like I said, sometimes not having a title would be a good thing, a welcome thing, because normally you write your own title, which is not necessarily what is required, and then you don't answer the prompt. You're answering your own title. You're reacting to your own title. So if you don't add a title, that would be also fine. And again, we don't judge the merit of an essay based on the title. Other than that, you're doing a good job, yeah, Fawzia. Fawzia said that it seems to her that this is an essay, judging from the fact that this piece of writing is divided into chunks or into parts, and those parts seem to be paragraphs. And whether, again, I keep stressing the fact that if you have, um, like I said, if you have an essay, and of course it is divided into paragraphs. If you have a group of paragraphs, you are in for an essay. But whether the essay is good or bad, this is perhaps another idea. Okay, so thank you, Fawzia. Thank you so much. So again, can we have somebody else?
Doctor, can you scroll
Uh,
down a bit to see the
yes,
list?
yes, okay. Okay, so
Thank you.
again, and we're talking about the initial impressions. We haven't started the analysis yet, right? Okay, so any other ideas that you would like to share with us before we move to business? I mean, and by business, I mean we're going to delve deep into the essay, if we agree that it is an essay, and see whether it's a good or a bad one. Okay, so we'll take Fauzia's words for it. I mean, she said that this is an essay because it is divided into paragraphs, and I agree with her. So the second step would be to give it a label. So to choose from the menu of essays that we have already done. Okay, so this would require of us to read the essay itself, and this is actually what I am asking you to do. So you're going to read the essay so that you can determine what type of essay it is. Is it persuasive? Is it narrative? Is it descriptive? Or is it process? Somebody may ask me, you said it should be persuasive. Yeah, I said that it should be persuasive, but I'm not sure that what has been written is persuasive. That's why I'm asking you to go and check for yourself, to read the essay and tell me whether it is truly and actually persuasive or perhaps something else. Okay, can we do that? Yes, we can. How much time we have? I'll give you perhaps 3 minutes to go through the essay and tell me and choose from the menu of essays that we have already spoken about: process, descriptive, narrative, or persuasive. Yalla, go ahead.
رامي أنا
Okay. Any luck? Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Can we start with Haya? Can you kindly wait? And I know you have all the answers, but let me perhaps hear somebody else for a starter, and then we go back to you. How about that? Hello, everyone. Anyone? Come to the mic. Say
Yes,
what.
it's fine. It's Hala, sir.
Okay. Okay. Can we have people? So how many are we? Let me check.
دكتور
Just wait. So
we
it's so
just
many.
find mistakes.
It's first of all to say what type of essay it is and why it is what it is. If you're going to say that it is perhaps persuasive, you'll have to prove it. You have to establish why it is persuasive, but then you go from there. What's your name, Sarah?
No, Rana.
Rana, yeah, okay. So Rana, what do you think? What type of essay is it? Is it persuasive?
Sorry, Doctor, I can't. I'm not finished yet.
Okay, good. Thank you. Can we have somebody else? I checked and I have seen that we have so many participants. Come to the mic.
Doctor, can you tell me what we need?
Why? Where have you been? I've been talking about this for the past 5 minutes. Where have you been? Have you just arrived or something?
No, find a mistakes يعني ولا
No, it's not about the mistakes. We're reading the essay, and by reading it, we're going to determine what type of essay it is. Is it prose? Is it narrative, descriptive, or persuasive? Okay. And if you decide on a type, please mute your mic. If you decide on a type, you need to tell us why you think it is what it is. And please mute your mic. Okay. Volunteers. Should I call on people or something? I never did it, and I want people to come of their own accord.
Can I participate?
Yes, absolutely. What's your name?
My name is Rawan Mahfouz.
Rawan, go ahead. So,
I think it's
what?
persuasive essay.
It's a persuasive. So, according to Rawan, it's a persuasive essay.
Because in the third paragraph, he write, I think the best way and faster it's going to learn in virgin country. So he tried to explain to us that if we travel, we will have a perfect language.
Are you talking about the self-same essay that we're looking at?
Yes, yes.
Where is this in the introduction? You said that he
no,
or she.
in the third paragraph. In the third
Okay.
paragraph,
Okay.
he write, I think the best way and faster it's going to learn in virgin language, in virgin country. So he
Let
will
me
try to
check
explain.
that. Let me check that.
Yes.
Yeah, there are many ways to learn, but I think the best way and fastest is going to learn in a in a foreign country, right?
Yeah.
This is
So
what you're
here
doing.
he tried to explain to us that if we travel, we will have a perfect language. So it's
Inshallah.
persuasive.
Okay. Okay. So so you're saying that it is a persuasive essay, ER1. So you can have a poor persuasive essay. Is it a good or a poor persuasive essay? What do you think?
It's a poor one.
Are we having the same person? Are you a one or are we having somebody else?
No, this is Elisar. I'm sorry. I
Alisar.
disturbed.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So Alisar, so what do you have to say about this essay?
I feel it's a poor persuasive essay because there is no evidence for the things that she mentioned.
Mhm.
There is no evidence, there is no experience, and also there is the way she sequenced the information.
Mhm.
It's not from the least important to the highest important,
Mhm.
or the most important, I mean.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's
And
interesting. Mhm.
and also she mentioned that there is a lot of repetition in the and
Mhm.
some grammar mistakes.
Mhm.
But regarding the essay, the persuasive essay, I felt that it's a poor one.
Mhm.
It's not rich.
Okay, that's interesting. Thank you, Alisar.
Thanks, doctor.
Okay. Can we have somebody else?
Yes, doctor, can I
Yeah.
participate?
Yeah. Don't ask me this question. Go ahead, but mention your name.
Yes,
Okay.
my name is Amjad.
Amjad. Okay.
I think it's a process essay.
Is it process? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's new. Why is that?
because in the second paragraph, there is
Mm.
like steps. First, there are many favorite and fun ways to learn English. First, using social media.
Don't you
Like
think
step.
that this can be some kind of encouraging people to learn the language? It's not
I
about
think
giving you
also
steps.
it can
Okay,
be
go ahead.
it can be like mixed with the process and persuasive essay.
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's a good idea that you are sharing with us here. I'm
Amjad.
sorry, I forgot your name. Amjad. The
Yes.
fact that an essay can be a combination of more than one type, and I quite agree. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Can we have somebody else? Amjad. I keep forgetting your name. Amjad. Okay. Okay. Can we have Haya? Hala. What's the problem, man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Mm,
yeah, it's Hala.
yes.
I think I agree with Alisar and Rawan. It's a the writer is trying for a persuasive essay, but like you said, it's a poor persuasive essay.
In what way?
Um, First of all, it's not really related to the question. People try to do that a lot, especially when they don't have the background about the question. So they talk around the question. So the question is to talk about whether
They invent their own answer. I mean, they
their
come
own
up with a title that
exactly
would suit their purposes, right? And this
exactly.
is
So
sometimes I'm sorry to cut you off, of course, and that's why
yes,
I'm
of course.
saying don't use titles. Don't use your own titles. Okay, the question itself, the prompt itself, is your title, right? So don't limit
Exactly.
yourself to the title to a title of your own invention. Okay, go
Yeah,
on.
because the
Yes.
question is whether you should study English abroad or not,
Yes.
but or the writer's thesis statement is there are many reasons for learning English, for learning the language, but then the second paragraph, all of it, it's ways to learn English. So
So
she
can we
considered
say, Hala, can we say that she is confusing the why with the how. We're
Yes.
talking about why would people go to other countries to learn the language and not stay here, for example. And how is about how they can acquire the language by social media, by speaking to other people, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah, so
so
you
this
don't
is
know if you
not,
are
yes, go on.
so you don't know if the writer is persuading you to learn English or how to learn English.
Yeah, yes. And I think that the prompt was very clear. The prompt was all about why would you go abroad to acquire a language? Why not stay here, for example? So whether you agree
Yes.
or not, you'll have to provide reasons as why you would go or why you would rather stay. Am I correct?
Yes. And
Okay.
the essay does not cover that.
Yes.
Another reason is because the writer says, I think the best way and the fastest way is just a claim. They don't support their claim with and
Yeah.
real statistics. Also,
Yes.
when you're writing a persuasive essay, if you don't say that you are a professional or an expert in this
Mhm.
particular subject, I think, and in my opinion, actually weakens the essay.
It means that you're not sure of what you're
Yes,
saying. You haven't done
exactly.
your homework. You haven't done
Exactly.
enough research on the subject. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Hala,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Excellent. Can we have other people? Listen, if you participate, I might think of giving you marks. Okay, so I'm going to check how many times you participated, the frequency of participation. So if you keep silent, you're losing. Yeah, you're not losing marks, of course, but you're not getting marks. You're not winning marks. How about that? Okay, so it's very strange. Yeah, we have perhaps more than 30 students, and only three are reacting, three or four, including myself, because sometimes I monopolize the talk, which is something that I hate. Okay, why would I monopolize the talk? Because I'm not receiving reactions from other people. I have to talk all the time, and this is obviously not very good, right? So can we have other people where we have established the fact that it is a persuasive essay, and for all the appreciation that we have for the essay, we're saying that it is not a very good persuasive essay. Again, we said that the writer of the essay is confusing the how with the what. The focus is on the how. I'm sorry, yeah, the how and the why. So our focus here should be on the why. Okay, why you perhaps think going overseas to learn the language is good. So you'll have to mention that, and you'll have to provide reasons as why you think this is the good or the best solution. You might also have perhaps a different opinion. You believe that you don't have to travel all the way to other countries in order to learn the language. You can also be talking about that, and you also give reasons, and also you can also talk about how. If you're providing an alternative to traveling outside, you would be giving how people can learn inside, right? So the confusion and the tension between the why and the how in this essay is perhaps lowering the quality of the essay, is compromising the quality of the essay, if I may say. Again, somebody referred to the fact that there is a great deal of repetition, which I happen to agree with. Yeah, there are many ways to learn English. There are many varied and fun ways to learn English. This is obviously repetition. So why don't you mention one of, yeah, you don't have to write the two sentences in two different paragraphs. And you mention one sentence, and then you are on your way giving those different ways. So there is again a great deal of repetition, and perhaps one reason why there is repetition, would be that the writer of the essay hasn't done enough revision. Remember, before you submit a piece of work, you have to edit and proofread. You need to also revise. Revising means that you go over the thing in order to critique yourself. You come up, I mean, you try to detect the errors, whether those errors are on the level of the type of essay itself, and whether it follows the conventions and the rules and the guidelines of writing a persuasive essay or not. And then you move to the mechanics, of course. So obviously, the writer of this essay hasn't done much revision. And I don't see a lot of, and also editing. Editing is obviously missing. Okay, fine. In spite of the fact that we have reservations and we have issues with this essay, but let me tell you that I liked the introduction. Of course, the introduction misses the point, but the arrangement and the organization is very good. Let's talk about how it misses the point. The point is about, persuading people to travel abroad to learn, or perhaps asking them to stay and learn domestically. So let me talk about the organization that I like. The writer started off with an attention grabber, right? So let's talk about any introduction. Any given introduction should be should have 3 pillars, if you like. You start off with an attention grabber. You start with a statement or a sentence that would attract the attention of the reader. It can be a quotation, perhaps. It can be an interesting piece of statistics, if you like, right? It can also be a question, an intriguing or a tricky question. And then after that, you provide background about the topic that you're handling. And then towards the end of the introduction, you provide a thesis statement. Okay? So do we have this arrangement? Yes, we do have that. Perhaps it's misdirected, but it is a good one. We start off with the attention grabber. Do we have an attention grabber? Yes. When she said learning the English language is very important in our lives today. It's not a very attractive attention grabber, but talking about English in and of itself is very attractive. Talking about learning English is attractive and it would grab the attention of people. Okay, so we have the attention grabber, and we can agree or disagree on how good it is, but it is there in the final analysis. And then we have what we call background to the topic. So what is the topic? It's English language, right? What is the topic? It's learning English language, right? And then she started to provide background about it when she said that it is one of the most common languages used around the world. She wanted to say that's an international language, right? So this is the background that she's giving about that in the topic. And the topic, of course, is learning the English language. And then she ended the introduction with a thesis statement when she said there are many reasons for learning a language. It's not the thesis statement that we want, I know, because she's not following or she's not reacting to the prompt or the question. She has invented, obviously, her own question. There are many reasons for learning a language. So this is the thesis statement, right? And then this is actually what I'm going to look for. I'm going to look for reasons why we should learn a language. Again, I'm saying that this is the wrong thesis statement, but it's there. I'm focusing on the idea that she wrote a thesis statement, right? Of course, she's not answering the question, but there is a thesis statement. Her thesis statement is about the reasons why people would learn a language. Obviously, this is not what we want. We wanted her thesis statement to be about why would people go abroad or outside the country in order to learn a language. Are you getting the idea? Hello?
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Right. So it's with the thesis. The thesis statement is perhaps it's the most important part in an introduction because it gives people insights into how you're going to handle the essay or the ideas throughout the body paragraphs, right? So let's assume that her thesis statement is correct, and let's assume that the essay or the prompt was asking about why people learn a language. Okay, I would go to the body paragraphs in order to check those reasons that she has mentioned for learning, that she will mention in the body paragraphs. So many reasons. It means that I'll go down, check first of all that she's not providing one reason because she's saying many. She could, if she said there are 3 reasons, I go to the body paragraphs and check how many reasons she has provided. If she has provided 3, she's doing a good job. So what happens if she provides 2 reasons? No, she's not doing a good job. Okay, so the word many means that I have to check for many reasons, right? And see whether there are reasons in the first place or not, right? Okay. So in terms of organization, I think she's observing the rules of writing an essay. Again, whether the essay is good or bad is another issue. But graphically, when you look at it, this is an essay where the introduction is well written, but in the wrong direction, like I said. Okay. So if you're going to rate your colleague out of 5, so how much would you give her? Hello. Mm.
4 from 5.
4 out of 5. Obviously, you were not with us for the past perhaps 10 minutes.
Perhaps 2.5.
We said that there are lots of things that we take against the essay.
Yes, she might take 2.5.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so 2 and 2.5. Okay,
Yes,
go
2.5
ahead.
Or 3, like this.
Or 3. Well, we of course we appreciate what she has written. I'm not trying to say that it's absolutely bad or something. No, she did a good job, but she could have done better if she had invested the right amount of time reading the essay question or the essay prompt, right? Okay. One more rating. So 2 people said that it's between 2.5 and 3. Go ahead. Okay. No more rating. Yeah? Right. Let me have somebody else.
Doctor, can you put my essay?
What's your name?
Rana Khalid.
I don't see you, Yaron. Are you sure you sent it here, not to King Abdulaziz University?
Yes, I sent it yesterday.
Yesterday? Where? You're not here. Rana Al-Aufi?
Yes.
Okay. So next time, I don't want you to include it in the essay itself and send it as an attachment. Okay? Okay?
What, doctor?
I said don't put it in the body of the email itself. Send it as an attachment next time.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Fine. So what is it that we're going to do? We're going to read it. We're going to have or receive initial impressions about it, and then we start again. What do I want? Number one, what type of writing? What type of writing means? Is it a paragraph or a mere paragraph or a full-fledged essay or an essay? The second question would have to do with whether it is, what type of essay it is. Is it, if you decide that it is an essay, of course, is it prose? Is it persuasive? Is it narrative? Or is it descriptive?
I forget my
Okay.
title.
Yeah, good. It's good that you have forgot your title because I said I don't recommend titles. Okay, let's go there. Let's read. Let's look from afar, and let's start by talking about our impressions. Okay, so look from afar and decide whether this is a mere paragraph or a whole essay, and then start reading in order to determine what type of essay it is. Is it prose, persuasive, narrative, or descriptive? Okay, you guys have 2 minutes from now. Go ahead. Okay. Can you start? Remember, I would like you to organize your thoughts, and if you're going to come to the mic, I would like you to order your thoughts this way. So you talk about what type of writing. What type of writing means that whether it's a paragraph or a whole essay. And then you move. If you decide that it is an essay, you need to tell me what type of essay. Is it prose, persuasive, narrative, or descriptive? Okay, and then you tell me whether if you say it's a process essay, you say it's a good or a bad process essay. If it's a persuasive essay, whether you think it's a good or a bad persuasive essay, and so on. Okay. Can we have somebody? Remember, we have so many people, and I would like to see diversity. I don't want to be limited to a couple of people. Okay, and I want it to be bi-directional. Bi-directional means that I say something and you guys say something back. It shouldn't be one-way street where I say everything. No, this is not what writing courses are about. Writing courses are about you giving feedback, you identifying and detecting errors, you write, and then we comment on what you write and stuff. It has to be very engaging, and it has to be very interactive. Anything less than that is a sheer waste of time. Hello?
Doctor,
You're the one, you wrote it, wait, okay? So you're not going to talk about your own work. Wait and hear what other people will say about it, okay?
Okay, can I, Doctor?
Okay, what's your name?
My name Aisha.
My name is, okay.
Okay, my name is Aisha.
Okay.
I think.
Can I have your full name, because I write names?
Aisha Tahir Al Jibril.
Aisha Tahir. Okay, go ahead.
I think it look like essay, an essay.
Okay. Okay, good.
Uh,
Why Aisha? Why do you think it looks like an essay?
Because there is more than one
paragraph. Excellent. Okay,
yes.
Good.
Also, I misheard the conclusion and introduction. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, the idea is not clear too much together and connecting.
Okay. So what kind of essay? Let me ask you about the type of essay. You said that it's an essay, so it should be one of four types. Remember them? Prose,
Yes,
persuasive, narrative, or descriptive. What do you think it is?
I don't know exactly what, but looks like an essay.
Okay. Okay. Right. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Aisha. Okay. Can we have somebody else?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah. Yes.
It looks like an essay, and
excuse me, I'm sorry. This is the point of order. Whenever you come to the mic, you need to identify yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. My name is Rawan Rikabi.
Okay, Rawan, go ahead.
It looks like an essay.
Okay.
More like a narrative essay, maybe.
Yeah, you tell me your choice, and then try to defend your choice, justify your choice.
Because she's saying that in the first paragraph that there are many ways, and she's saying that not a lot of people have the capability to travel.
Okay. So what is narrative about that?
It's not narrative.
Okay. So did you read it? Oli, Rawan? Did you read it? I mean, the whole thing?
Yeah, I read it, but I didn't get what it was. Like, I didn't get it.
Yeah, perhaps, yeah, that will take away from the quality of the essay. There is obviously nothing wrong with you saying that you got confused, you got lost, and these are marks of perhaps I wouldn't say bad, because everything is appreciated. I mean, if Rana got out of her way and her comfort zone and wrote something, that should be appreciated. What we're saying is not meant to perhaps kind of criticize and find faults with people. We're trying to teach people stuff, okay, through their own errors, okay. If, people shouldn't be sensitive, because this is in the final analysis is in the best interest of the student. Okay, if you have more to add, Rawan, anything else?
No, doctor.
Okay, Rawan, thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you. Can we have somebody else?
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
It's Hala.
Okay.
I think it's a persuasive essay because of the first paragraph. She's arguing that traveling abroad, it's not the only way that you can learn English, because of money and other options. And she's trying to tell you
Excellent,
another
excellent.
way.
Can I stop you here?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Hala is saying she's doing a good job as far as the introduction is concerned. She follows the guidelines of good introduction making. Okay, but obviously this is not the end of it. We'll have to see how this will play out in the rest of the essay. Isn't that what you're thinking of, Yahala?
Yes. So I think she's trying to persuade me that not to
But
travel
it's a good
abroad.
introduction. Do you agree that this is a good introduction?
Yes.
So what's your definition of a good introduction? You should have an attention grabber. You should have background, and you should
statement.
And so attention grabber, background, and thesis statement. Do we have all three?
To some extent, yes.
Okay, that's good. This is also my answer. Okay, let's finish with the introduction. Okay, so the attention grabber here would be traveling to learn English is a great idea, but not for everyone. See, the tension that we have in the sentence is in and of itself very appealing and very good. How come it's a good idea, but it's not for everyone? I like it. It grabs my attention, and it might with others, right? Also, we said that talking about English is also very appealing, right? So traveling to learn English is a great idea. This is a very good attention grabber, if you ask me. And she completed it by saying it's not for everyone, which is a little bit perhaps shocking. You would think of a lot of scenarios. What does she mean? And if I ask what does she mean, it means that I am going to keep reading so that I can discover what she means by the fact that it's not for everyone. Are you getting my idea? Okay.
Yes. So it makes you wonder if you are, if
so
traveling
keep,
is for you or not. It's
it's good that you with the attention grabbing, you're asking questions, not answering. Okay, so if you ask questions, you try to find answers for them by reading the rest of the essay. Okay, good. Okay, do we have background? Yeah, we have background. When she said no, not everyone has the capabilities to travel. And then she said, not everyone can travel or learn because of mine. And this is some kind of background. I mean, the building that she's trying to perhaps build. She has a project. What's the project? She's trying to establish the fact that traveling to learn English could be a good idea, but obviously lots of people wouldn't afford it, right? Okay. So do we have a thesis statement? And this is important. What is the thesis statement, if any, in this introduction? When she said what?
Hi, Doctor.
Yeah, what's your name?
I think the last sentence in the introduction, there are many different ways to make an individual learn easily.
Yeah, actually we have two, I mean, it's a combined thesis statement where the first part is there are many ways to learn at home, right? And there are many different ways that make an individual learn easily.
Yeah.
So this is the combined thesis statement that she's providing. Okay. So our role now would be to focus on what? To focus on the attention grabber, to focus on the background? No, to focus on the thesis statement, to see how the thesis statement plays out in the rest of the essay. She said she's promising us. This is an indirect promise that she is making. What is it that she is promises? That she is promising us? She's promising us to give us many ways to learn at home and give us different ways that make an individual learn easily, right? So these are the promises that she's giving, okay? So I go to the rest of the essay, I go to the body paragraphs in order to check whether she fulfilled her promise, whether she delivered on her promise or not. I go and check for those different ways that she has mentioned in the thesis statement. Are you getting the idea? Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
doctor, yeah.
Okay, so now that you have read the rest of the essay, do you think that she delivered on her promise? Did she kind of break her promise by not mentioning those different ways, or she fulfilled her promise by mentioning them? I'm asking you.
Yes, doctor. She
Yeah.
gave us many ways to learning, like PlayStation and in the education for the kids. And
Okay, so it's actually it's not about giving ways; it's about fulfilling her promise, right?
yes,
By saying what you're saying, it means that she has fulfilled her promise. What was her promise? Her promise was to give us many ways to learn at home, and her promise was also to give us many different ways to make an individual learn easily, right? So have you seen that? So have you felt that?
yes,
Okay, okay. Remember, she has more than one promise. Do you think that she was able to fulfill everything?
I think no, not everything. Some
Yes.
of the ways, not
Yes.
all.
Okay. Which is good or bad?
No, I think she need to write more ways because
Yes.
she say many.
Because she said many. Excellent, right? And did she talk about both of the two promises? Did she talk about how to learn at home and then I mean, the different ways that make an individual learn easily? Did she talk about the two of them in the body paragraphs? I'm asking you.
It's not really clear, the body paragraph.
She's half. Perhaps she could have perhaps given more ideas. She could have written more, right? Normally, the body paragraphs are bigger in size and they are longer in size than the introduction, which we don't see. If you count them, you have 3 paragraphs, right? But 2 of the 3 paragraphs are very short, right? Very or hardly enough to deliver on the promises that she gave in the introduction, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? If anybody else would like to comment, he or she is more than welcome.
The conclusion.
Yeah.
I think it's the conclusion because it's the last paragraph, but maybe it doesn't have the qualities of the conclusion. It has a new idea.
Yes.
So maybe it's continuous to the paragraph. I'm not sure.
I mean, it has obviously it has nothing to do with the rest of the essay.
Yes.
Right. And also it's contradictory. You kept telling us that staying at home is better than traveling, and at the end you're giving us some guidelines as how we can go and learn outside, which he mentioned names, the names of countries, right? And how to perhaps gain admission to universities and stuff, right? Are you getting the idea? So the last part cannot be a conclusion because it has nothing to do with the rest of the essay. A conclusion is normally what? A sum up of the idea, a summary of the idea, or sometimes you give recommendations, right? You comment on something, right?
Yes, doctor, I want to say she doesn't use transitions words when she writes it in the intro of any paragraph, like
yeah. Okay. This is perhaps mechanical. We will talk about it perhaps when we talk about the mechanical issues that she has. So you guys agree with me that the conclusion is irrelevant. If I can consider it a conclusion, it is irrelevant, right? Do you agree that this is irrelevant? Hello. Hello.
Yes, doctor.
Okay. So you agree that this is irrelevant, okay? Okay. So if we're going to set this essay against the previous one, which of them is better? Hello.
Yes, doctor, can you say the question again?
I'm saying if we compare the 2 essays, which of them is better, this one or the previous one?
For me, I like this one, but we need to write more in the body paragraph, and she needs to write her opinion in the conclusion. It's coming better.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So this one is better than the other. That the other one was irrelevant, right? Remember we said that the young lady chose to write about something that is totally different. Okay. So out of 5, how much would you give Rana?
I give her 4.
Don't you think that 4 is overrated?
3.5.
She has a long way to go in terms of beefing up the body paragraphs. Remember, the conclusion was irrelevant. Would you still give her 4?
3.5. Okay.
3.5.
Yeah, I would give her between 3 and 3.5. Yes. Okay.
Dr.
Rana,
can you see my paragraph, my essay,
okay.
Fawzia?
Yeah, just give me a second. Rana, would you like to comment, one final comment on your essay? Would you like to say anything about your essay?
Yes, doctor.
Okay.
صراحة كانت عندي أفكار بس ما قدرت
لا, you're doing an excellent job. I like your introduction, like I said. The body paragraph, you are fulfilling the promise that you made, but perhaps you needed to kind of write more, and you need to think about your conclusions very well, because your conclusion here is not very, we didn't like it. But you're doing an excellent job, and I thank you for it, Rana. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
Okay, so let's move to Fawzia.
Okay.
So where is Fawzia? Are you writing your name on it here, Fawzia? Are you Fufu?
Yes, Sharif.
Because Fufu, you have I have so many Fufus, right?
I sent it 2 times, but the last time I make it I correct some mistakes. I mean the last one I sent it.
This is the updated version, right? Okay.
دكتور معلش سؤال بس درجة من كم؟
درجة ايه؟
الواجب الإساءة.
I mean, it's without daraja. But of course, if you write, and I'll take this into consideration while perhaps marking quizzes. I know that you participate, and see, it can help you. It can help you, yeah, Rana. Okay, but you're doing a good job. Thank you so much. Okay, can we read this? So again, let me remind you of the things that we do, right? So what is it that we're doing? We're going to look from afar in order to decide on what type of writing we have. Is it a paragraph or an essay? And if we believe it's an essay, we need to establish what type of essay it is. Is it prose, persuasive, narrative, or descriptive? And then we go to the introduction and look at its different parts. And then after that, we go to the body paragraphs and see whether the body paragraphs are consistent with the introduction or not. And then we end with the conclusion. I'll give you 3 minutes for that, okay? I would like you to start to develop the habit of taking down notes, okay? And also the habit of organizing yourself. And you start like I am doing, I'm writing myself. Okay, what did I write? I said, what type of writing? And then I made 2 branches, paragraph or essay. And then I went down, what type of essay? And then I have 4 branches, prose, persuasive, narrative, or descriptive. And then after that, I say introduction. And then I have 3 branches, attention grabber, background, and then thesis statement. And this is what I do. And then I move to the body paragraph. So you guys have 3 minutes to do just that, okay? You guys have 3 minutes.
Doctor,
Yes.
I have to go before 2 minutes
Okay, go.
or after. After,
In,
no
in I
problem.
mean, we don't say after. If you're leaving, perhaps after 5 minutes, you don't say after 5 minutes. You say in 5 minutes. Okay? So I'm leaving in five
Okay.
minutes. I'm leaving in 15 minutes. I'm leaving in
I'm
half an
leaving.
hour. Don't say after. Okay? Go ahead.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, Sultan. Okay. Thank you, Sultan, so
Thank you,
much.
Doctor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'm sorry, Doctor, to interrupt, but I would like also to get your feedback on how to make mine better as well. So if you'd like to show it after
Uh,
this, it
okay.
would be
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, sure. No problem. Inshallah.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You're welcome. Okay. I'm ready to receive feedback. Hello? Are you done reading at least? Hello? Okay. Can you talk about it? Hello? So let me check how many people we still have.
Doctor, I cannot participate because I'm writing this one.
Yeah, I understand. We're 46 again, and we only 3 or 4 people react. That's not good. Okay. So can we have people? Like I said, participation is very important, and I'll take that into consideration while marking quizzes and exams. Hello. Am I talking to myself or something?
We can hear you, Doctor.
Okay. Okay. So where is Alisar and lots of people? Rawan,
Here I am, doctor, just reading.
We have different Rawans, for example. Let me check the list. I think I have the list. We have Amira Baljan. We have Aisha Tahir, Amal Al-Utaibi, Arij Abdelaziz, Arwa Al-Khalaf, Batul Al-Hurani, Bushra, Ilaf, Farah, Faris, Fatma, Fawziya. Of course, she is an active participant. Thank you, Fawziya. Hajar, Hayam, Khadija, Kawkab. So where are you guys? Mona, Med'ab, Mayada, Naba, Noor, Ola Yusuf. Where are you guys? Raghad Al-Shami, Rana Khalid is, yeah, she's an active participant. Rawan Ali, Rowan Mahfouz, Riham Al-Yami, Sara Al-Barak, Shah, Shu, Tagreed. Where are you guys? Where are you?
Doctor, it's me, Ola, but I just got back from work. That's why I'm not participating. Just
Okay,
trying to listen.
okay. Thank you, Ola. Thank you. Can we have somebody else other than Ola? This is not interactive at all.
Can I share, Doctor?
And not now, yeah, Helen.
Okay.
Let's wait for others. Hello. We can't be almost 50 and only 3 or 4 people participate, right?
Doctor, can I share?
Yeah. What's your name?
Amjad.
Amjad. Go ahead, yeah, Amjad.
I think it's a persuasive essay.
Before we do that, remember we organize our thoughts. I would like you to tell me whether you think it's a paragraph or an essay, and then you move to what type of essay it is.
Okay. It's an essay.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's more than one paragraph.
It is divided into paragraphs, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think it's a persuasive essay.
Why is that?
Because she's trying to encourage people to learn English.
Nice, very good.
And there is like more than example.
Okay.
And
was she successful? Do you think that you got convinced? If you don't speak the language, you're likely to accept the pieces of advice that she's giving. Do you think she's giving good tips as how people can learn the language?
Kind of.
Mm-hmm. What's your overall assessment of the SEM guides?
At the second paragraph, she's like, you can study it at your own city, maybe. But then in the last paragraph, she's convincing people to study abroad. So it's a bit confusing.
Confusing and contradictory, right?
Yes.
So, okay.
But it's a really good essay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Amgad. Okay, can we have somebody else?
دكتور
Yes. What's your name?
روان علي.
Rawan.
I think is a great essay.
A great essay. A great essay. ياخذ جائزة نوبل يعني في الأدب.
No. But in my opinion.
Yes, I'm just kidding. And I like, I mean, it's a good one. And Fauzia is such a hardworking individual.
Yes. Yeah, I see.
She's such a
But
nice.
I think
Yes.
an essay, an professional essay, we don't use abbreviation of words like CV.
So what do you expect her to write? Because I mean the Latin words that the word or the acronym CV stands for is so difficult to pronounce. It's a curriculum vitae. Do you want that? Curriculum vitae? Isn't that quite something, quite mouthful and even difficult to pronounce? So we use the word CV. That's fine. We don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Okay, so that was Rawan Ali, right? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Rawan, for your contribution. Can we have somebody else? Hello. So we haven't heard from the gentleman. I'm sure we have a bunch of them over there. I don't know why they are not talking and they're not participating. Okay, طيب. Let's what Hala has to say about this essay. Hala, if you have something to share, go ahead.
I agree that this is a well-written essay.
Is it a well-written essay? Do you mean that?
Yeah, you can understand most of it. Yes, it makes sense. And yes, I think it's a well-written. It has really small amount of grammatical mistakes or really big mistakes that
something.
allow
You know
to
something, Shabab, everyone. I mean, mechanical errors are the least of my concerns. آخر همي is to see grammar errors or structural errors, spelling. So, I mean, the coherence. I mean, this level that I talked about, this rhetorical level is more important than the mechanical level. You talk about how the introduction is written and whether the writer of the essay is reacting correctly to the prompt or to the essay question, and whether she has or has not written a good introduction, whether she has a grabber and a background, and what you need to keep asking, what is the thesis statement, and whether the thesis statement is consistent with the essay prompt or the essay question or not, right? So it can be beautiful in the wrong direction, and this is actually and unfortunately what I'm seeing here. With all due respect, and as much as I appreciate Fawzia and her hard work and everything, her essay is nice and good, but in the wrong way. And let me perhaps explain why. Do you still remember what the essay prompt was? Remember the question? Do you think it's a good idea to travel to an English-speaking country?
Yes, it was persuasive.
Right? So this was the prompt. This is what she should be building on. Okay, go and look at the thesis statement. Where is her thesis statement in the introduction?
So make it the two first paragraph introduction.
Yeah, it's okay. Just wait here, Fawzia. Okay. So without Fawzia interfering, okay, because obviously Fawzia wouldn't be with me if she's writing an article in the newspaper, for example. She wouldn't pick up the phone for all the readers and to every reader and say, listen, I meant the second paragraph to be part of the first paragraph, right? So that's why I am still stressing the importance of revision. If Fawzia revised very well, she could have discovered that the second paragraph that she originally wanted to join with the first paragraph would make all the difference. Would destroy all her efforts. Okay? You know what the thesis statement in Fawzia's essay is? Okay, and this is judging on
Can I, doctor?
what. Yeah, okay, yes. Remember, I'm telling you that the introduction is the first paragraph, right? So let's limit our expectations to the first paragraph. So where is the thesis statement?
Doctor, can I?
Yes, go ahead.
This is Elisa.
Yes, go ahead.
I think that the topic one is the mastering English language, but actually there is a lot of languages that we can learn other than English.
No,
So
I
if we
beg
go
to
to
differ.
Paris,
No,
we can.
no. This is not the thesis statement. Her thesis statement is in Arab countries we find some difficulties in learning English. This is her thesis statement. And obviously, this is not consistent with the title or with the essay prompt or the essay question. The essay question is about whether you think it's a good idea to travel to an English-speaking country to learn English or not. Okay? So her thesis statement is not consistent with that, right?
True.
Okay. And we have her, she came in and said, listen, this is not the whole introduction. I meant the second paragraph to be part of the introduction, right? This is an error and a mistake, and it has to do with the fact that she hasn't done enough revision. Am I correct, Fawzia?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, okay. So people who are neutral, who do not know Fawzia, will take it that Fawzia thesis statement is in Arab countries we find some difficulties in learning English. Okay, and when he or she looks at that and set it against the essay prompt or the essay question, he would say, no, Fawzia is not doing a good job. They are not compatible, they don't meet. Obviously, two different things. Okay? Again, I would also take it against Fawzia that she didn't include this decision to learn English, whether at home or abroad. She should have added that to her introduction, right? Her introduction would tell me that in the body paragraphs, I'm going to meet totally different things. According to her introduction, okay, and according to her thesis statement, she would definitely talk about difficulties in learning English, right? Did she say that? Was her body paragraphs about that? Did she give us examples of how difficult learning English can sometimes be? What do you think? No, right? Okay, so it would make sense if we take the second paragraph that starts with however and put it or annex it or join it with the first paragraph, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, but again, we still have the problem of Fawzia not telling us about this aspect, whether it's a good idea or not to travel to another country to learn a language. Okay, so you'll have to have in the introduction, unless you mention what you're going to talk about in the introduction, in the form of a thesis, of a well-written thesis statement, you lose a lot. I know that in the body paragraphs, she wrote about the advantages and disadvantages of traveling abroad, but this is obviously, is not built, is built on perhaps sand or written on sand, because she hasn't spoken about that in the introduction. She didn't give us any, she gave us wrong expectations, or she gave us wrong promises. What were the promises in the introduction? The promises in the introduction that she's going to talk about difficulties in learning English. Okay? Of course, this is not consistent with the essay prompt or the essay question. This is an issue, and also because this is not what she meant. She spoke in the body paragraphs about the essay prompt. So you have this tension, okay? You don't know where she stands. In the introduction, she didn't mention, she didn't rephrase the idea of whether it's good to travel and learn English in an English-speaking country or not, right? For all the efforts that she did, she did an excellent job. Her language, mashallah, is excellent, and her ideas are also excellent, but they are not well organized, like I said. They don't have. She didn't include, like I said, the right thesis statement that we can build on. Okay.
Okay, doctor, if I write the second paragraph with the first one to make it together.
Yeah, but you still, yeah, it's good. It's going to be good, but you still need the part of the third paragraph, right? Because the third paragraph is probably when you decide to learn English, one of the big questions you will have to ask yourself is whether you are going to study in your home country or travel abroad to learn, right? Isn't the essay? The essay is about that. Now, this could have been a good thesis statement. Okay, not the difficulties in learning English. Are you getting the idea?
Yes, in my mind, the thesis statement is travel abroad and take some courses there. The last thing, yani, I give some examples for learning English, and the last one in the second paragraph, travel abroad and take some courses.
You know, the fact that you're explaining it to me, it means that I missed it.
Yeah.
If I missed it, it means that you're not doing a good job.
Yeah, big
mistake. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all of us. If your reader misses something and you have to explain it, you have to pick up the phone and say, listen, I meant it. Sometimes it happens, especially during exams, final exams, for example. You have people after the exam sending you email saying, listen, I meant this and that. No, it's over, right? You meant what you meant on the paper. Are you getting the idea?
Yes.
Hence the importance of revision and editing. You don't just submit anything without editing, without revising over and over again. And we have different ways of revising, if you still remember. There is obviously nothing wrong with peer review, where you can have a friend, a colleague, a parent, a big brother or a big sister, and can you look and see, see whether there are, you think it's good or bad, right? A colleague, somebody that is dear and near to your heart, a friend or a colleague, can you, it can be swapping. She can get your essay to revise and proofread, and you can have her essay, you can also revise and edit, right? Other than that, Fawzia is doing an excellent job. I like her enthusiasm. She's always active, and she is actively participating, and I thank her for that.
Doctor,
yes.
Can you see my essay?
Yeah, let me finish first. So out of 5, how much would you give Fawzia?
4. 4.5.
I wouldn't give her 4. Yeah, with all the the admiration that I have for her efforts, for all the appreciation that I have for her, she has issues here. Perhaps she's going to avoid them next time, right? She has the core. She has what it takes to write way better essays. But if we talk about this specific essay, she has stuff that she needs to work on, right? So I wouldn't give her, if you ask me, I would give her 3. Okay. Fawzia, can you kind of draft the essay and perhaps send it again? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Doctor, you mean you need to send it the same one?
No. Edit it. Okay. Now that we have given you all our observations about the essay,
correcting.
Yes, and send it again. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Doctor, can you see my?
Can I ask you about something? Like this is say use the education method.
I'm not sure I understand.
Doctor, can you see my?
I mean,
can you see my
education?
Inshallah.
I mean, I mean education method.
What do you mean by education method?
About the essay. This essay.
I'm not sure I am. Can you say that in Arabic?
يعني مفروض إنه أحط مثلا لو صادفت مثل هذا السي في الاختبار النهائي أو شيء زي كذا، هل أحطها بطريقة نقاط إنه أعطي أدفايز بطريقة تعليمية ولا ما
Yeah, you don't put points in exams. You develop it as an essay, and essays are divided into paragraphs. No points. This is not a report, okay? Right. So this is an essay that I would like you to go through. Okay. Let me check if I can minimize it so that you can see everything. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so again, let me organize your thoughts. So what is it that you're going to look for? Okay, we're going to start off with perhaps deciding whether this piece of writing is an essay or a paragraph. And then we decide whether, if we say that it is an essay, we need to decide whether it's persuasive, narrative, descriptive, or process. And after that, we look at the introduction. We see whether we have an attention grabber, background, and a thesis statement, and we need to always look at the thesis statement.
ها
خلي محمد يقعد مع شهادات.
ناديله ناديله
عنده لغتي، قصدي عنده رياضية.
ناديله
تعال
Okay.
ما أضيعك، أنا صار أحتجز بالصلاة.
Okay, that's interesting conversation. Who's that? Is it Yasmin?
Yes, دكتور. I am
Yes,
sorry.
yeah.
I
لا, it's okay.
forget
It's
my.
okay. لا, are you the one that that has kids? You have kids, right?
She is my son.
And your daughter.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. ربنا
I'm
يخليك.
sorry. I'm so
لا,
sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. That's okay. No problem. Okay, طيب. Like I said, we'll have to look at the things that I spoke about. Look at the introduction and look at the thesis statement and see whether the thesis statement is perhaps a rephrasing of the essay question or not. And then you move down and see whether the writer of the essay is perhaps fulfilling the promises that she made in the thesis statement. She said that she's going to do this and that, and see whether she did this or that or not. And then go to the by paragraph, which is the conclusion, which is a summary. Sometimes it's a summary of the whole thing, because our memories are very short. We can't remember everything. So your writer tries to make sure that you go out of the essay, out of the experience of reading the essay, remembering at least the main points, right? Sometimes in the introduction and the conclusion, you have a number of recommendations to give, a comment, right? It can be all of the above, by the way. Okay, one of the above or all of the above. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes for that. Excuse me. If you're ready, I am ready.
Hello, doctor.
Yes. Name?
This is Elisar.
Okay. What type of writing? Paragraph, essay? What do you think?
It is an essay because have an introduction, conclusion, and a body, paragraphs. I think it's a persuasive essay because it really covered one point and she discussed it greatly from my own point of view. In the introduction, the promise was about the English-speaking the English-speaking countries, means that traveling abroad to study English. Also, she mentioned that it's the best way, and then in the body paragraphs, she. I don't know if she or he. She mentioned all the reasons.
Yeah, you mean this is the thesis statement, right? The thesis statement was when she said
the last sentence.
Let me see where it starts. Some prefer to study independently, and a few choose to travel abroad and study in an English-speaking country, which is the best way to learn any language. Okay, if she started there, that would have been also the thesis statement. Okay, what makes it the thesis statement, what perhaps reinforce our impression that this is the thesis statement, is that she said due to many reasons. Or for many reasons, right? But this is okay. So the challenge that I see here is whether she has fulfilled the promises. What was the promises? The promises would be that she gave us or she made would be that the best way to learn any language is to travel abroad. And she said that I am going to give you many reasons, Guy. Did she did she give us the reasons that she said she would?
Yeah, and the three coming paragraphs, she really mentioned a lot of reasons for that, starting from the last important to the most important in the last one. I really like this one.
Very well organized, very well written.
It is well.
Yes.
And the design of it is really great, and the length of the paragraphs is exactly the same. Also, at the end, she sum up everything she mentioned above.
That's good. Thank you for your analysis, Alisar. Thank you for your analysis. You're doing an excellent job. Okay. So can we have somebody else?
Yes, this is Amjad.
What's your name?
My name is Amjad.
Amjad, go ahead, Amjad.
I think it's an essay.
Yeah, okay.
It's a combination between a persuasive essay and a narrative essay, in my opinion.
Okay, and so why do you think, what is narrative about it? Can you give us examples of narration that you have perhaps spotted?
In the third paragraph, studying in English speaking country will not only teach you it's like a narrative telling you.
Perhaps we need to get you and I should agree on what narrative means, right? And obviously we mean two different things. Narrative, when you narrate, you normally give a story, you share an experience, which I don't see here, right?
Okay, it's a persuasive essay.
It's definitely persuasive. And how good it is? Do you think it's a good persuasive essay, or you have?
It's really excellent. I really like it.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's a well-written essay, and she used like great words on the essay.
Nice, very good.
And it's really grabbing attention when you're reading.
Yeah, okay. So she could kind of grab our attention.
Yeah.
And she sustained this attention and this kind of interest. She garnered interest in the essay, and she could sustain this kind of interest all through her vivid examples, perhaps through her good language, through her coherence and unity, the fact that she's not saying something and then the next thing you know is that she's contradicting herself. She's not doing any of the above, right?
Yes.
She's doing, okay. Can we have somebody else?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes.
I think it's a good essay. I like this. She is explain how the travel is good to learn English very well. I think conclusion it's very very good, and she can process me to travel. If I read this essay, I process.
You got persuaded, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Exactly.
that's interesting. Thank you, Yasmin. Yasmin, right? Yasmin Salha.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay.
أيوة.
Thank you so much. MashaAllah. Excellent. Okay, one final comment. Perhaps, one more.
Can I?
Doctor?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
My name is Hia.
Hello.
Fauzia, go ahead.
Yes, Doctor. Can I share? I like the essay and the introduction is very nice and very clear for me. Even the body paragraph, she tried to.
Can you mute your mic? Thank you, Fawzia. Thank you so much. Can we have somebody else?
Yes, Dr. Me.
Mute your mic, Fawzia.
I am mute, Doctor.
Yeah, Hayam Eid.
Yeah, my name is Hiamiyat.
Obviously there is noise in the background. If we have to choose between you talking or muting your mic, we would rather prefer that you mute your mic.
My mic? Mute my mic?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Can we have somebody else with less noise, perhaps?
Can I share, Doctor?
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Kokab. I think it is a good essay. It is a narrative. They explain how the studying English abroad is important for the people.
You said, Kaukab, you said that it's narrative.
Yes.
I was talking to somebody else and I said that I haven't seen any narrative. Narrative is sharing experience. I mean, obviously people haven't gone there yet in order to for us to say that it's narrative. It's persuasive. She's trying to kind of convince us that.
Experience.
Okay. Yes. Go on. Okay.
She took the studying English in the kingdom and experience in the country.
Okay.
Syria, the student completely the language. She explained the experience in traveling abroad.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Kauka. Thank you so much. So out of 5, how much would you rate this essay out of 5?
4.5.
Okay, 4.5 according to, what's your name? I'm sorry.
Rawan Mahfouz.
Rawan Mahfouz, 4.5.
5.
Who else?
5.
Anybody else?
5. Doctor.
Yeah, it's a very well written essay. It's an excellent essay. If you ask me, I would give her 5 out of 5. Wait. I'm not sure I hear you properly. Okay. Somebody wanted to, perhaps the noise is less now on her end. Let me check who that was. Somebody wanted to say something and there was noise in the background. Hayam Eid. Hayam Eid, if you can hear us, come to the mic.
Yes, doctor, I'm here.
Hayam Eid, okay. So you wanted to say something, Hayam, go ahead.
No, doctor.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Okay. So this was very interesting. I mean, the essays that we have gone through, most of them are very well written. I like them, and I'm sure we're learning from our errors and our mistakes. And I can see and feel progress. But keep it up, everyone. And I'll try to support you as much as I can by perhaps displaying those essays and we talk about them. This is the only way that people can learn. In order to learn, you have to try, you have to make errors and mistakes. You get to know about those errors and mistakes and you are on your way correcting them, right? Okay, I think we'll have to end here. Remember that you have a test, right? You have a quiz tonight. I wish you all the best, and I'll send you an assignment, perhaps tomorrow or the day after. I'll send you a topic, and I would like you to also write about it so that next time we can display some samples and talk about them, right? So until then, I wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.